I wanted to talk a little bit about how I began training people because, again, initially, JT left, told me, or kind of directed me where I needed to go to get training to help people connect with their loved ones, coming into my office, having readings and things like that. Eventually, it turned into gallery readings. And then this training thing came up, and I thought, alrighty. I was in training for a year. 1 year, I was being trained to be a medium, to be a psychic. And my guides came in at one point, and they said, okay, you're done with that. Now you need to train other people. I said, how in the world do you expect me to do that? I've only been in training 1 year myself. My mentor had been doing it for like 10 years. And I thought, how do I get from 1 year of training into training other people? And my guide said, you're missing the most important piece. And that is that you're not going to be doing the training, we are. So they became my mentors. I stopped the training with my human mentor, and they took over. And boy, did that take a lot of trust, because we are creatures of humanity, and we want human people to tell us what to do, right? We want people to instruct us how to do this. You go to a doctor, some of us do, some of us don't. If you want to find out things that are wrong with you, or to your shrink, right? Hello. I told my mother, that I go ahead, because I spend a lot on therapy. I'm doing okay now. So I tell my kids too, I'll pay for your therapy. So we believe that we need to have instruction from the humans around us. And the truth is, they're fabulous. Yes, we have wonderful teachers and all of that. But really, all that we need is up there. And I put up there, I always do that, but they're really not up there. I mean, they're everywhere here. They are all around us. They're here. They're the ones who have the information that we need. They're the ones who know what's best for us, what's for our highest good. So at that time, November 2008, when I was told that I needed to stop training, and it became very apparent because I was actually booted out of my training program. That was a whole other story. We don't need to go there. Nothing that I did personally, nothing that the trainer did. It was just this mutual thing where we needed to separate. Then I knew I wasn't at the end of my road of doing what I needed to do. So again, this group of guides came in, very, very high vibration, and they said, we will train you now, and we're going to train your students for you too. And I had one lady in particular, and I have her in the first book, Michelle, and in the first one here. And she kept telling me, you need to train me, you need to train me, I don't trust anybody else. And she's the one that kicked me in the rear to start training people. And so then people started coming to me, and so what happened was, again, I wasn't doing it, they were doing it. They told me what to say. I had to make sure that I was a clear receiver. So that's what I worked on, and they just worked on giving the message. And it was, simple, actually, very simple. What isn't simple is getting out of your own way sometimes when you're still being trained, when you're still in training. Because a lot of us have this misconception that we're not clear receivers, or we aren't good enough, or we don't deserve the communication, or why would they want to talk to me? One of the things that happened to me as I was in that first year, Jesus came to me. Jesus started coming to me when I was doing my automatic writing, and I started saying, why? Why would Jesus come to me? Who am I that Jesus would come to me? And he said, well, you're like me. So as we learned, Reverend Barb talked a little bit about this. I mean, we are, we're the same. We're the same. We're doing the same stuff here that Jesus was doing here. And so I had to get over that. And I had to take him off his pedestal. And let me tell you, he made that pretty easy because he likes to throw the F-bomb around. I'm serious. Talk to people. Talk to people. I mean, and he does that for me because then I don't take him so seriously, right? He wanted off of the pedestal. He wanted to come to me as a teacher. He was my teacher. And so in order to do that, he had to drop the pious stuff and throw F-bombs around. And then I would laugh, and then I would say, is that really you? Come on. And then he would say something that would give me the knowing that it was him. So, yes, don't be surprised. If these really high energies come in to assist us today, and you hear some funny things from them. Because again, they know what's good for us, what's for our highest good, and why wouldn't we listen to that when they can help us? And so what I do now for people is I teach people how to live guided lives, meaning guided from from your higher self, guided from your actual guides, guided from your angels, from your loved ones. It's all being guided so that we can get where we need to go. Because darn it, we're here for a purpose. Everybody in this room, everybody out there, everybody has this purpose that they have come in to say, I want to do this when I come to Earth again. And so getting to that piece, though, means getting the connection in. So after I wrote this book, in the back of this book is a training section. And it was great. I mean, it was the last third of the book, worked really well for a lot of people. It's a great guide. This is a fabulous guide if you have lost somebody, for the grief, how I did it, how it works, and all of that. And then there's some training in it. And the response that I got from people who read the book was, we want more. We want more than that. We need more training. And so JT and I wrote the workbook, the companion workbook that goes along with it. It's a I'm trying to remember it. Amnesia, that sometimes happens. 24 weeks, that's right. 24-week course that you do on your own. And what we're going to be doing today is a lot of what's in here too, a lot of the exercises and all of that. So I got into training then, and it was amazing to see the results of the people who I was training, just boom, 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 as long as they'd get out of their way, But I understood that because I had a long time to get out of my way too. Again, the big piece of this is knowing how to ground, meditating, clearing yourself, knowing how to do those things, and then connecting.